All right, let's talk about the scale. You know, that little square in your bathroom that can make or break your entire day? If you've ever felt like you're fighting a losing battle with that number, you're in the right place. Because we're going to uncover the truth about fat loss. And I'll tell you right now, your scale is probably lying to you.
I mean, it is just the worst feeling, right? You're doing everything you're supposed to, you're eating well, you're exercising, your clothes are definitely feeling looser, and then you step on the scale and nothing. Not a single pound. It's enough to make you want to just throw in the towel. But what if the scale is actually the least important part of this whole journey?
That's right. The scale is a terrible liar. It just doesn't tell the whole story. In fact, it often hides the best parts of your progress. So let's pull back the curtain and talk about why focusing on weight is kind of old school.
Okay, so when that number on the scale does go down, all it's really saying is that your total body weight is less. That's it. It doesn't tell you what you've lost. Was it water? Was it fat? Or was it, and this is the important one, precious muscle? And let me tell you, that what makes all the difference for your health in the long run. Now this, on the other hand, this is what we're aiming for. Fat loss is smart. It's targeted. It's about getting rid of body fat while protecting or even building that really valuable muscle. And that's the huge difference between just being lighter and being stronger, leaner, and a whole lot healthier. And this chart just lays it all out so clearly. You've got two completely different paths here. Just look at that row for metabolism. One way, just losing weight, can actually wreck your body's calorie-burning engine. But the other way, losing fat, actually protects it. Honestly, that's the whole ballgame, right there. So let's dig into that engine a little more. We need to talk about muscle, because muscle is so much more than just for looks. It is literally the most important part of keeping your metabolism humming along. It even helps regulate your hormones, which is absolutely critical when you're trying to get leaner. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Experts like Leah Barron, who's a registered dietitian and certified personal trainer, they say it all the time. Weight is the least helpful measure. The real win is changing your body composition, the ratio of muscle to fat, not just making the total number go down. So here's why muscle is your best friend in this. Check this out. Every single pound of muscle you have burns around 6 calories a day just sitting there. It's like having these tiny little furnaces all over your body constantly burning fuel, even when you're just chilling on the couch. Now, let's compare that to a pound of fat. It only burns, maybe 2 or 3 calories a day? So it's a no-brainer, right? Which one do you want more of? The stuff that's actively helping you burn energy, or the stuff that's, well, not? And here's the crucial takeaway. When you go on a crash diet and lose muscle, you are literally turning down the thermostat on your body's furnace. Your metabolism slows down. And that means you burn fewer calories just existing, which makes it so easy to gain all the fat back and even harder to lose it next time. It's a really nasty cycle to get stuck in. You want a real-world example of this gone wrong? Just look at the studies on The Biggest Loser. I mean, the contestants lost a mind-boggling amount of weight, an average of 128 pounds. But a huge chunk of that was muscle. Their metabolism took a nosedive. We're talking over 600 calories a day gone. And the scariest part? 6 years later, their metabolisms still hadn't recovered. That's why so many of them regained the weight. It's a perfect, if tragic, example of the dangers of rapid dieting. Okay, so that's the cautionary tale. Enough of the scary stuff. Let's talk about how to do this the right way, a smarter way, a sustainable way. This is all about working with your body instead of fighting against it. And it really comes down to a simple 3-step playbook. Step 1, you gotta feed your muscles. That means getting enough protein. Step 2, you gotta use your muscles. We're talking strength training a couple of times a week. This sends a loud and clear signal to your body. Hey, keep this muscle around. And step 3, create a moderate calorie deficit. Not a huge one, just enough to encourage your body to burn fat for fuel, not your hard-earned muscle. And fueling this whole strategy, it's actually pretty simple. You don't need some crazy complicated diet. It's really just about focusing on real, whole foods. You know, the good stuff. Lean proteins, lots of fruits and veggies, whole grains, and at the same time, trying to limit the ultra-processed junk that, let's be honest, doesn't do us any favors. Okay, so if we're all on board with breaking up with our bathroom scale, what do we use instead? How do we actually track the progress that really, truly matters? Well, just look at the difference here. The scale gives you one number, one kind of random number that bounces around every single day depending on what you ate or how much water you drank. But measurements, they tell a story. They show you how your body shape is changing for the better, even on weeks when the scale doesn't budge an inch. So this is your new toolkit. And the best part is, these are all things you can do right at home. Grab a flexible tape measure. A shrinking waistline is one of the best signs you're losing the most dangerous kind of fat. You could even get some skin fold calipers. They're pretty cheap and give you a good estimate of your body fat. But you know what? Honestly, the best tools are often the simplest. How do your clothes fit? And taking progress photos. Nothing is more motivating than seeing those changes with your own eyes. At the end of the day, this whole thing is about redefining what success even looks like. It's not about chasing some random number on a scale. Success is having more energy. It's feeling stronger when you carry your groceries. It's building a resilient, healthy body that's going to serve you well for years and years to come. So I'll just leave you with this one thought to chew on. If the scale doesn't define your health, what does? If you decide to fire that scale, what are you going to hire in its place? Is it going to be how you feel, how your clothes fit, how much stronger you are in the gym? That is the real measure of success.